Was he just caught off guard, or does Forgetful Joe know more than he's letting on? Joining me now, Congressman Devin Nunes, ranking member of the House Intel Committee, and Kim Strassel, Wall Street Journal editorial board member, Fox News contributor. Congressman, Fox reported earlier that the DOJ will not release the names of the Obama officials involved in the unmasking of Flynn. So who can, and when might we learn those names, if ever?
Well, we've known from the beginning that the only crime that we knew that was committed was the crime of leaking the contents of a call that clearly must have been an intelligence product of some kind. That was the only crime we knew about it, and still to this day, it's the crime that still, to my knowledge, has not been investigated. The one reason that I'm hopeful, I have no evidence of this or any proof, Laura, but I'm hopeful that perhaps DOJ is finally running an investigation. And if that's true, there would be a reason not to put those names out. I'm only speculating, though, I must tell you.
Kim, here's what one of Jim Comey's good pals said about the Flynn case.
The information that has been released relates to General Flynn, of course. It does not in any sense establish that there was any great misconduct on the part of the Justice Department or the FBI, much less President Obama.
Kim, I'm pretty sure discussing entrapping a suspect isn't encouraged, though, in the FBI handbook.
Yeah, I mean, I think anybody who actually read the DOJ's filing last week, and presumably this person did not, there is no way you could walk away and believe that the FBI's behavior in this was anything less than reprehensible. I mean, there's a couple of pages that are devoted just to Jim Comey about how he completely ignored DOJ leadership and acted yet again in an insubordinate manner by refusing to brief the Trump administration, the incoming Trump administration, on the Flynn investigation and the Flynn calls, which is everyone was advising him to do. So, you know, yes, entrapment, no, definitely not a good look for the FBI. And I think we've still got a lot more we're going to learn about bad FBI behavior as we go forward.
Now, Congressman Nunes, I need to get to this because remember CrowdStrike? That's the company that the DNC hired to figure out how their emails were hacked. Well, here's what their CEO, Sean Henry, told the House Intel Committee about it in the released transcript. Counsel just reminded me that as it relates to the DNC, we have indicators that data was exfiltrated. We did not have concrete evidence that data was exfiltrated from the DNC. Congressman Stewart of Utah pressed him on the point. What about the emails that everyone is so knowledgeable of? Were there also indicators that they were prepared, but evidence that they actually were exfiltrated? Henry then responded, there's not evidence that they were actually exfiltrated. Now, Congressman Nunes, is he admitting that 4 years of blaming Russia for hacking the DNC on behalf of Trump is just completely bogus? I found that to be stunning, frankly.
Well, I would say you kind of have two different issues here. One is the Democrats hired CrowdStrike and they refused to let the FBI go in and look at the server to do a proper evaluation. So that evidence is likely lost forever. But on the other side of things, remember, this has not been a big secret. We've been advising anyone who would listen that if you are a government agency, the Department of Defense, anybody that works with the Department of Defense, anybody that has personnel records, any political party, Congress, Russia, China, North Korea, Iran, every single day they are trying to get in and break into these official records. So, I don't think it's rocket science to think that several countries, could be breaking into government agencies at all hours of the day. And so I think it is concerning, though, that the Democrats, did not allow the FBI to go in and get their server. So we'll never know the truth.
Kim Strassel, Kamala Harris, perhaps Joe Biden's running mate, if she has her preference. She spoke out about what Barr did on the Flynn matter. Watch.
When you have an attorney general in Barr who allows Michael Flynn to withdraw his plea, that's not justice. This man doesn't understand what it means to do justice, and he should resign.
He should resign. That's a refrain you're hearing from all these longtime Democrat DOJ officials as well. Kim, what does that tell you about the state of play on the left?
Well, by the way, here's your sign. Whenever you hear one of these officials say that this was Bill Barr's decision without referencing the fact that he put a U.S. prosecutor, a U.S. attorney, Jeff Jensen, in charge of this outside review to look at this, a guy who was a longtime FBI agent himself, a career prosecutor for 10 years, who did an independent review and made this recommendation to Barr, then you know that they are trying to pin this on him politically, and they're just not worthy of listening to.
Yeah, I mean that's just fact number one. It wasn't decided by Barr. He farmed it out to a career prosecutor who did make the decision, and anyone who read the document actually knows that it was completely fine. It made perfect sense. Congressman and Kim, great to see both of you.
Thank you.